I know that there was going to be tremendous financial reasons why something like this couldn't happen. But before Joey signed his new deal last week, what did you guys ever have any discussions or talks about the possibility of you guys playing together on an NFL team while you're in your prime?
I mean, yeah, we've spent every waking hour together the past 6 months, so obviously we have conversations like that. But um, I mean, we were pretty confident that the Chargers were gonna help get it done, um, and I'm really happy that he did. Joey loves his team and his teammates, so um, yeah, no, he's happy. He's just happy to be stress free and able to just go to work now. Hopefully, maybe later in our careers get together, but we're focused on our own paths right now.
Nick, I'm guessing you've already done a scouting report on your new teammate, Trent Williams. Just wondering how eager you are to go against him in practice and what your observations, what's in that report that's in your head about what it would take to go against a guy like Trent Williams.
Yeah, I watched a little film on him back during the offseason OTAs time. I'm more focused on getting my technique down and honing in on my skills right now. But we're doing walkthroughs together, so I'm just seeing how he moves and just getting a little intel. But I mean, you don't know until you get the pads on and he's really shooting hands and trying to block you for real. So, but just my observation so far is that he works extremely hard and he's a really cool guy in the locker room.
Nick, this is Chris Biederman with the Sacramento Bee. Just wondering what your focus was on as far as working out this offseason, what you wanted to do to change your body, or if you were pretty content with the training regimen you had last offseason.
Well, I just started training with the guy that me and Joey trained with last year going into the combine. So, and I was coming off an injury, so I didn't really get to maximize my time with him last year. And I was flying all over on my visits and workouts, and I ended up coming out here and having the injury, the hamstring, and then getting rolled up on my ankle last year. So I definitely didn't get all the benefits that I wanted to last year. But after 6 months of training, me, Joey, and him for, like I said, 6 months, I think I've gotten all the benefits and I'm feeling it out here in these workouts and these runs we're doing. So I feel like I'm by far in the best shape that I've ever been. I don't look much different because we don't train to bodybuild. We train to play football, and I think it'll show.
Nick Wagner from ESPN here. What are some things you mentioned? All the extra time you kind of had to talk and look at different things. When you went back and kind of reviewed last season, what are some things you saw from yourself that you liked? Maybe some things you didn't like, and where are areas you'd like to get better this year?
I got some pretty concrete things that I've been focusing on. One is just having a better plan going into games. And last year, I didn't really know what was going to work and what wasn't, and what was my go-to and what was. So, I mean, just coming into games with a better plan and not wasting any time out there, because you only get so many opportunities, and you want to get those big numbers and help your team as best you can and get the ball out. You have to come in with a plan and not waste any rushes. So that's one big thing. And then just working my hands more consistently. I win a lot at the top of my rush, but a lot of the times I get washed by the quarterback, or I don't close enough space and finish the play. So that's probably been the biggest emphasis for me, and I've been working that in walkthroughs and in drills all season. A couple new moves that I might add, and those are the main things, really.
Hey, Nick, it's Cam Inman here, and you're 6 months removed from the Super Bowl. how far have you moved past that? How has it fueled you during this off-season training? And were you held on 3rd and 15?
Gotten that question a bunch. Um, I mean, yeah, I don't like thinking about that game very much, but I have gone back and I've watched up until the fourth quarter, and um, was I held? I mean, it's pretty. It comes down to the opinion of a human being. So, and that's what refs are. They're human beings. So if they think it's holding, then they think it's holding. It could have been holding. It could have not been holding. Just depends what he thinks. And I'm not gonna say that's the reason we lost the game, because there's plenty of opportunities where I could have done better. I could have done better on that move on 3rd and 15. I'm sure Buck is kicking himself, and he thinks he could have done better on the wrap and could have gotten there a little quicker. So I'm not going to blame the ref by any means. And yeah, it's definitely good motivation. First year, you get there and you're 7 minutes away, and a nightmare of a situation happens. So you could bet that we're going to come back pretty strong this year if we're able to get 16 games in the playoffs.
Hey, Nick, I just wanted to ask you, what type of tackles, I don't know if the term is give you the most trouble, but what qualities do tackles have that provide the most challenges for you?
I'd say just guys with consistent technique, um, veterans, honestly. You could tell when a guy doesn't have as much experience and doesn't really have those crafty little nuances to his game. Honestly, I think shorter, stockier guys give me a little more trouble opposed to the tall guys, but that's about all I'll say about that.
Hey, Nick, Jennifer Lee Chan. So are you saying that you have not watched the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl?
No. I've watched. No, I haven't.
Hey, Nick, Tracy Sandler. Raheem Mostert talked about yesterday about the energy during the walkthroughs. He says it's just been crazy energy and that you guys feel that you have unfinished business. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody, not just football players across the world right now, are anxious and ready to, and it feels good to just get outside and move around and be around other people and socialize. And I honestly feel like people's social skills are a little off right now because we've been locked away for so long, and we're just getting used to communicating again and laughing and making jokes and all that stuff. So it's just fun to be around other people, and especially the people that you haven't seen in a while and you went through a lot with last year. So just being around the guys, it's really just taking a lot of stress out of my mind, and I'm enjoying it a lot, and I'm really excited for the year to come because I think we have added some great pieces, and we've obviously lost a couple, but the people we've added have came in and impressed me, and I'm just super excited to get going.
Hey,
Nick, I know over the years you said at Ohio State while you were developing as a defensive lineman, you would watch other great defensive linemen. Obviously, you had your brother as a resource. I'm wondering if there were any tackles that you would watch as well over the years that, I guess develop kind of counter moves against them. And if so, was Trent Williams ever on that list of guys that you would study and watch?
Yeah, offensive tackles usually don't get the most publicity, but Trent is one of the guys that does. He was always on the top 100, always just known to be one of the best athletes in the game, and it's just fun to watch when you see a tackle running downfield and moving like a linebacker, and just he looks impressive just in person, and I definitely didn't idolize tackles and watch their film like that, but I mean, yeah, Trent was probably he was always known as the best tackle since I've been a fan of the game. So watching him play with the Redskins was pretty cool.
Nick, Jennifer Lee Chan again. Richard Sherman was speaking about how this team is very well adapted, very well capable of adapting, and that's who's going to really be, kind of on the last man standing at the end of the season. Can you talk about how this roster is able to adapt, and also what you've seen from Javon Kinlaw in this short time so far?
I think our organization as a whole, from the front office to everybody who works here, has done an amazing job. All our trainers and health staff, doctors have just set up an environment for us that's been super easy to cope with and hasn't been overbearing, and but still keeps us safe. And I think the changes haven't really bothered me at all, and I'm just excited to be in here at all. And Javon is a really good kid. He's really hardworking in the meeting room. He knows all his stuff really well. He doesn't seem like a rookie out there. We've only been out to a couple walkthroughs so far, and he knows his stuff, and he doesn't look like a rookie. And like I said before in an interview, he's one of the biggest humans I've ever seen in person, and that says a lot when you've had Eric and Buck on your team. So um, I'm just excited for him to have this opportunity, and I think he's gonna kill it.